Hello, everyone. My name is Jack Buckmeyer, and this is my SWOT Analysis assignment for electronic media management. And for my merger that I decided to pick, I chose Spotify and Pandora. Spotify was founded in 2006 by Daniel Ek and Martin Lorentzen in Sweden, and it is a streaming music platform. And then you have Pandora, which was founded in the year 2000 by Will Glazer, John Kraft, and Tim Westergren, and it is an American-based streaming platform. So looking at the strengths between the two, Spotify is available around the world. As of right now, they are in 92 different markets across the globe. They are heavily invested in podcasts. They recently just inked a $100 million deal with Joe Rogan to get his exclusive rights to his podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience. And they recently, as of 2019, acquired podcasting companies such as The Ringer, Gimlet Media, and inked an exclusive deal for Michelle Obama's podcast. And even though we are in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic, the popularity has not gone down in size. As of this year alone, the second quarter, they added 8 million premium subscribers worldwide, representing an acceleration compared to the 6 million premium subscribers they added in the first quarter of this year. And they do have different payment options. They have the student payment option where you get a little lower price if you're a student. They have a free option. They have a premium option. And then they have options where you can conjoin them with other companies such as Hulu, where you can pay for both Hulu and Spotify. And then going over into Pandora. Pandora has been around since 2000, which comes with a little bit of brand recognition. You see Pandora, that was one of the first streaming platforms, so that having that that brand means something. They were recently acquired by SiriusXM in a multi-billion-dollar acquisition. SiriusXM has wide arrays of influence in, they're in cars, they're with radios, so Pandora joining with them was actually a big deal. The Music Genome Project is Pandora's one of the best things they have at Pandora. It's where they listen to music and they specifically create playlists that go with what you listen to on the site itself. And and with Spotify, they both have different payment options. They have a free option, they have a premium option, and they have a little bit of a better premium option as well. Weaknesses: Spotify is dependent on internet. Unless you have premium Spotify, you cannot listen to Spotify without internet. It will buffer, but if you have premium, which is the most expensive of the deals, you can download music and not listen to it with the internet. They're only limited to music and podcast. You can't buy anything else. They don't sell anything else. So if you want other things such as Disney and other companies like that, they provide other things besides music and podcasts. They did have a little bit of a slow growth internationally in other countries such as India and kind of in the Middle East when they started providing internet access there. There was limited growth there as well. And untrustworthy with musicians. They have a little bit of a rocky relationship between the two. Spotify is apparently not paying artists what they feel they deserve. In Pandora, they have very limited global reach. They're only available in America, so if you wanted to go to Australia, New Zealand, or other countries around the world, you would not be able to listen to Pandora. They have slow growth. They've been losing money. They're not going up like Spotify has been doing over the past, in this year alone. They're losing profit. The company they've had 6.3 million subscribers at the year's end, which is up 40,000 compared to what Spotify has been going. The company said its Pandora was down 31%, advertising was, and then declines moderating throughout the quarter of 41%. In April, 36 in March, 18% in June, and the monthly average users was 59.6 million, down from 64.9 million a year ago, and the revenue itself of the company was down 5% from last year. And opportunities, Spotify, there's international connections, as they said, or as I said earlier, there are 92 different markets. There's a lot of opportunities to spread out, to join other markets, and to broadcast what they have. And as of right now, they're a top music streaming platform. Everyone, if you walk up to everyone around the country in the United States, they probably have Spotify or Apple Music, which are the top two. Pandora, they have avenues into the automobile industry thanks to Sirius XM. Most cars do have Sirius XM nowadays. More of the older generation cars won't have it, but more of the new generation cars do have it. Cell phone support, they're supported on iPhones and Androids, Bluetooths. Pandora can work on those. And different demographics, older generations, younger generations tend to listen to Pandora. More the younger generation listens to Spotify, and more the older generation listens to Pandora. So Pandora has more opportunities into the older demographics than Spotify does. Threats, Spotify is both of them are in a heavily contested market. You have lots of different streaming platforms. You have Apple Music, SoundCloud, Spotify, Pandora. YouTube's getting in there. It's a very heavily crowded market, so it's difficult to kind of stand out between everyone that's in that market. As I said earlier, unstable relationships with artists. Spotify has been really not paying the artists what they feel they deserve, but unless you're the higher paid like Drake and Taylor Swift, you're not going to be making as much money compared to what you would if you were releasing on a label itself. And exclusive rights for artists. Some artists only stream exclusively for Apple Music, some on SoundCloud, some on Spotify, some on Pandora. It's difficult for a company to play music that other people want to listen to if they don't have the exclusive rights for that artist. Pandora, limited reach, as I said earlier, they're only in America. They can't go outside of the country. Limited reach, limited population you can play to, which could be a threat. Music piracy, that's been a threat for a long time. People can just download music for free, and it really could affect the profits generated by Pandora. And it's outdated. Most kids in my generation don't listen to Pandora. It's kind of old school. It's kind of more the older generation listens to Pandora. More of our generation listens to Spotify and Apple Music. And in my opinion, I think the merger should be completed. The merger would make Spotify the for sure number one streaming service. If handled correctly, there should be little problems. One of them is the biggest streaming service platform in the world, and the other one can gain avenues that Spotify could go into. Pandora could now be introduced to more people around the globe. Combining Pandora's Music Genome Project and Spotify's wide weight of podcasts will make the two quite attractive to users. Some people want to go to Spotify because they have the better podcast, but some want to go to Pandora because they have the Music Genome Project. Now they have two. Now they have one place where they have both, so which makes it quite more attractive than an Apple Music. That would join multiple different age demographics together. As I said, older generation tend to listen to Pandora, younger tend to listen to Spotify. So joining that can lead to increased population for both apps. Artist opinion could be negative. The artists are not favorable with Spotify at the moment, so maybe that joiner would not be what they would want, but I think the positives outweigh the negatives in that point. And Pandora does have their sleek website design. Standing by themselves and joining with Spotify may affect that, but I don't think that's a big enough reason for the merger to not go through. And that's really all I have. Thank you for listening.